Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. Welcome back. Namaste. Today's topic is recipe to improve your finances and or your quality of life. So if this topic appeals to you and you are drawn to one of the piles, then glad to have you here. Let's get into it. You will find your timestamps down below in the description, along with the disclaimer and other relevant links. Take your time selecting your pile. Pause the video if you need to after I introduce them, and use the timestamps when ready to skip ahead. So option 1, you have the pumpkin chime and the cup or vessel, the chalice here, with the grapes. Option 2, you have the chopsticks on your pile. And option 3, you have the popcorn cloth on your pile today. All right, here we go. Moving into option 1. Pause the video now if you need to. And I'll see you at your reading. All right, pile 1, people. What is your recipe? I really want to get the full picture this time before I start interpreting, so I'm going to lay all the cards out. And we're going to do a pull from the money, wealth, quality of life bag here. Okay, some of you I'm getting 3 steps or 3 at a time. Trust yourself. Celebrate life. Straightforward. Okay, so there's something on the table the angels, the spirit guides are talking about you getting rid of. Get out of my life. You're banished. You feel like a curse. It's time to get rid of you. There's something here that has maybe dimmed your light, tries to suppress you in some way, has you afraid. The moon card reversed. Something that confuses you, you don't understand fully, but it's negatively impacting your self-esteem, your self-confidence, and it may be coming or has come through in the past with your communication. Like, it's noticeable. There's a difference between when you are in this energy where you're trusting yourself, you're celebrating life, you're moving, you're being straightforward, and when something's distracted you, shaking you up. The Queen of Potions is here. It's like I've got to process something emotionally here. Somebody's maybe not behaving right, acting right. Something is imbalanced. There's something that's hurting. There's something that's making me, question myself, trust myself less, because after all, I got myself into this, if that's not your story, great. This could still be your reading. But for those of you that resonates, the guides see your pain, they see the damage that this is doing or has done. They're also showing your ability to like heal yourself, repair yourself, get back up on your feet, okay, on your own without some sort of lightning bolt, divine intervention, tower cliche tower card moment, I guess, occurring. Like it's reverse, is like been there, done that, there's another way. You can do this. There's this message like you can do it. Trust in yourself, though. The field of infinite possibilities. How can you make this more fun? So you could journal on that, brainstorm on that, just take action on it. Make things more fun, have more fun. Some people like lemons raw. Someone wants a chance to prove themselves to you. And you have conscious consumer as the next card. So it's like just because someone wants the chance to prove themselves to you doesn't mean that they are worthy of that chance, perhaps, or, like they might try to prove themselves and not prove themselves. But it could be something else here too with the Queen of Potions. This could be a new opportunity. Conscious consumer says be mindful here, like you're shopping, what you're consuming, as far as attention and energy. Okay, so this is also coming through in a material sense. You have the power to heal and help the world with your decision to buy only products and services that are ethical, environmentally friendly. As a conscious consumer, you choose to invest in fair trade and organic goods. You live simply and you purchase only that which you need. Take what resonates, leave what does not. But this does give me like the strainer, the sifter vibes if we're in the kitchen. This gives me, like being selective, being mindful, being conscious, making your own choices, decisions, rather than moving on autopilot or doing what you've been taught to do, what you've always done. Making the conscious choice, the aware choice, whether it's the right way for you to go or not, and then acting accordingly. Release resentments about money. Yes, the money system of the world can seem upsetting, but holding resentments about finances just pushes your abundance away. Instead, see money as a tool you can use to better the world, and this shift will help you attract support and golden opportunities. So the Queen of Water has the ability to, let it go, let it flow, experience the emotion, but then release it, flush it out, rather than cling to it, harbor it, let it, live rent-free in you. So I think she's showing up as the leading card here, saying, yeah, that's something to do. But again, like you trust in yourself, listen to your emotions, listen to your heart. The partnership. Okay, allow healthful, supportive partnerships into your life. Excuse me. Here we go. We're going to read it together, I think. There we go. Allow healthful, supportive partnerships into your personal life and career, and both parties benefit as a result. You are receiving help from heaven and from a person who brings needed skills and resources. This is where I'm going to leave your reading today, guys. If you enjoyed it, if it helped, you want to let me know with a thumbs up, comment, or tip. And thank you very much for doing that. Many blessings to you, and bye-bye. All right, pile 2, the chopstick pile. Welcome. See what you've got with your recipe. The moon cycles. Bountiful nature. Some of you may be doing some spell work, working with the phase of the moon, nature, sever vows of poverty. I got like moon chimes, jewelry with moons on it too. Some of you have power symbols as a part of your recipe. Clean energy food. I want to get the full picture today before I start interpreting the tarot, so I'm going to get these all out. We're going to do a pull from the money abundance bag, also prosperity, good fortune bag. Okay. Read more books, or read a book you've been wanting to read or that interests you. Some of you, that's coming through. It's like, give yourself time in solitude, time to do something like that, like read that book. Okay, we have here manifestation wheel. All right, look it up if you don't know what that is, because you got the circles with the moon cycles too, and the manifestation wheel coming through here. Wheels put things in motion, okay, in the physical world, but in the non-physical as well, mental energy, emotions, the wheel is connected with movement. So that's looking really encouraging to me for you guys. Learning opportunity. Okay, so they gave me this message and I was hesitant to pass it on, but I'm going to now because it's coming back around. Food for thought. With this word here, poverty, right? Poverty, hardship, struggle. If you reframe it in your mind and think of it as a part of a cycle that you are choosing to be on, participate in this cycle. Sever vows of poverty. There is no actual poverty. Okay. It's a learning experience. There are learning opportunities in that. You experience, you gain greater experience, more bounty, more awareness. Yeah. So it's like, we're going to read the card too. But they wanted me to pass on that message. Like I said, I was hesitant to, but it also can disempower these energies, these lower vibrational frequencies, things like poverty, lack, hardship. When you say no, actually you're something good, you're positive. You know, fire is not fire. You've got water, you're throwing on it, right? You're giving it opposite energy instead of feeding into it. So you say you're a positive thing, you're a learning opportunity. Break the chains. Some of you could do like a literal, a ritual with literal chains that you break or ties that you cut, and that would be effective. I feel for some of you that would definitely be effective because you have this connection to rituals that's very powerful and beautiful and effective. You know your path. You know if the message is for you or not. And trust your intuition, because it may be for you and you haven't really started that stuff yet. You haven't become that person yet, but maybe you're about to. Okay, yeah, learning opportunity. Page of Presents is reversed as well, so I'm getting like some of you need something to look forward, like a reason to get out of bed. You need a new reason to get out of bed, or you need to sweeten the deal a bit for yourself, inspire yourself, something that happens daily for you that you can look forward to. And it's like when you rise, you connect with that energy of prosperity, of happiness. Okay. Attracting, not chasing. What are you doing to attract them or it? Do you have any special offers? What are you offering? Your magnetism, what are you offering to provide to whoever, whatever you are attracting? What's in it for them? What are your special offers? Meaning, like, maybe it's personal to your connection, or it's like I do this with some people, not all people, with different like roles and things like that. Because the Temperance card here is saying, patience and persistence. Let's get the measurement right. The King of Candles reverse, a little all over the place, chaotic in a negative sense sometimes, especially with the Hermit card reverse. Okay, so Bountiful Nature says, spending time in nature helps shift you to a higher vibration and reminds you of God's infinite abundance. Go outside and enjoy a walk or hike with your pet. Meditate beneath a tree, garden, sit under the stars, or do some other activity to connect with the limitless vastness. Sever Vows of Poverty says, dear one, there's no need to suffer or sacrifice. And I have to tell you, there's sirens going on, and now they've stopped, now that I've mentioned it and noticed. But in the background, as soon as I started reading this card, dear one, there's no need to suffer or sacrifice. Hold the intention of undoing any vows of poverty or self-denial that you may have made consciously or unconsciously in any lifetime. As you do so, all effects of these vows will be undone for everyone involved in all directions of time. On some levels, anyway, can you believe? Can you be the artist and, the painter here? Life, the canvas, the paints, the energy, the paints. Okay, the Clean Energy Food says, when you fuel your body with a healthful organic diet, you increase your energy levels and ability to focus. This automatically leads to more efficiency, better ideas, and a higher vibration, which attracts golden opportunities and beneficial relationships. I say this. Okay, so what the guides are telling me is when you do this, come on. Come on, guides. Make it clear. Okay. Pathways open up for you. Opportunities open up for you. It's like clear the way. I'm seeing like a path being swept. So there's room for you. They're not rolling out a red carpet per se, but a path is made for you so that you can take action. Okay, the Clean Energy Foods, so you can change habits, so you can realign to higher vibrations, less dense vibrations, more abundance, more wealth, an energy of plenty, an energy of greater success, being able to recognize, focus, and see success more. But it does feel like, some days are better than others. Some things are shinier than others. Some things are warmer than others. And so there's still this underbelly or dark side of the moon, the two sides of the coin. However, your relationship to the darker side of it, the heaviest energies, we could say, or most dense energies, changes, shifts, it changes. And, once done isn't undone. So it's like this changes forever. I don't know. It's just like it's a different way, kind of. It's like a different timeline. I don't know if any of that's making sense. I kind of want to clarify this. I think I'm going to with this one because this card gets under my skin a little bit sometimes. Because like I'm doing a reading and it's like, really, well, this popped up before for me and I did this. Severed the vows of poverty. I did the exercise and like I'm still experiencing some things that feel that way to me, and it's still showing up. And so like, what do you mean once it's done for good forever, right? And so I think the guides are trying to answer me and anyone else who may have had this experience. Say thank you more. Message, text, email, thank you cards, etc. Okay. Yeah, so it's like this energy of lack or poverty, scarcity, they're saying is an illusion. Nature is bountiful. We're a part of nature here on planet Earth. Our creations are really a part of nature here on Earth too, because they're extensions of us and our energy. So say thank you more, message, text, email, thank you cards, etc. It's like, it's very much bringing me into timelines and timeline shifting, and how the truth of it is that the universe is so abundant and you are so blessed that you have the ability to go into these lower vibrational frequencies and experience the contrast and experience hardship and poverty and lack and scarcity and things of this nature. You also, just like the radio waves and the radio dial, like there's always a station that is a lighter vibrational frequency, is one of joy, of appreciation, of flow, of success, of gratitude, of happiness, and so forth. So activate it. So switch the dial. You have the dial. Essentially, that's what I'm getting from messages there. Break the chains. Learning opportunity. Okay. As far as zodiac signs go on the table, you have Pisces, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, Cancer, Sagittarius, Leo, Aries showing up with the cards. These could represent characters in your story and your life, could represent your own chart as well. Something has healed poorly, hasn't healed ideally, whether it's mental, emotional, physical, some combination of this. It could be a partnership, a relationship. It could be some sort of creation that broke, you've been trying to repair even. The Hanged Man reversed with the King of Candles, though. This feels like somebody maybe transitioning. It's like a breaking of inertia, transitioning from maybe being in an energy where they're alone a lot of the time to being around more people, or like busier energy, more social energy. Or it's the Hanged Man reverse. Yeah, it's some sort of transition, has to do with inertia. There could have been some unflattering behaviors on your part or somebody else's part here. Maybe it's even like a pattern with the King of Fire reverse. this misdirected energy. And the Temperance card is coming up, showing up, providing some healing. She's talking about balance. She's talking about mindfulness, energy transfer, the instructions, the plan, the recipe, like all of the components. And the Chariot card, the Earth. Yeah, it just feels like a lot of you there's the station that you tune into when you're undergrounded, or you're not getting enough you time, not spending enough time connecting to spirit alone. You got other people's energies bothering you, distracting you. The Chariot energy, when you take the reins and you're in the driver's seat and you're running the show in your own life and you feel in control, you're aware you're in control, is like, again, the radio dial is what they're bringing me to, the radio dial. Tuning in to the feeling signature, the vibration that you're going for, turning away from ones that you may have accidentally come across, or that were between, station whatever it is, 93 point whatever and 101 whatever, the static in between as you change and transition. Mind over matter here to an extent, guys, but don't get stuck in your mind, caught in your mind. Because with the energy transfer too, it's like what you believe is a component in what you are inspired to do and rise to do, and what you don't, where you sit on the sideline, where you let the opportunity pass you by. All right, I'm going to leave your reading here. I hope you enjoyed it. If you'd like to let me know with some feedback, then thank you very much. That helps. There's a tip jar, there's the thumbs up option, there's leaving a comment to do that. And good luck and many blessings to you, Pile 2. Bye-bye. Pile 3, here we are. Welcome. Let's see what your recipe is. We have for them recipe: spirit initiation, face your financial fears, clearing debts, let go of guilt. Okay. I want to make sure I get the full picture here with the tarot, so I'm going to lay them all down and actually draw some notes from the abundance, prosperity, success, etc. bag as well before I start interpreting them. Okay. The first thing I have to tell you is I see a lot of potential here with your reading. The other thing I'm seeing here with spirit initiation and then it moving into face your financial fears is this point where you, who may be nervous, you like your smaller self or your lower mind, your ego, your inner child, like you who may be nervous, you have fears, you have challenges, you have problems, you have uncertainty, you have these things you're dealing with, various emotions, you connecting to your highest self, your higher self, the Most High, spirit, okay, your soul, your spirit, feeling more at home, more a part of the whole, more safe, and aligned. Okay, and give yourself some time to just feel this way. With initiation, it's like there are higher forces, there, the spirit energy, who can, will, want to, you've been calling to collaborate with you here as you move forward, assist you. So the initiation energy is like, we need to get to know each other again. We need to reconnect. We need to merge. We need to begin this together. And begin this from this point, moving forward, wherever you are. If you're in the middle of a project, trying to wrap something up, whatever it is. Okay, we've got commitment increase on the table. Feels largely like commitment to self, maybe some goals or projects. Prioritize yourself. Yeah, recommending that. Body language and tone are huge. This is falling on the 10 of Candles. So is that like burdening you? Is that making you nervous, being aware of that? Body language and tone are huge energy on the 10 of Wands. We have just a bump in the road. Some of you may have been giving out a lot recently, money. There's this potential to use abundance mindset and say, oh, that's just a, bump in the road. That's just a hiccup. That's just a drop in the bucket. For me, I have so much more on the way. I'm an abundant being. I'm a powerful manifester. I'm a money magnet. Things like this. But it's important for you to use your intuition and take in all of the messages. Okay, we have here calculate. Yeah, calculate. It's like with the King of Swords here, that can't be the just of it, the all. Like if you have patterns that are keeping you, that are draining you, where it's like it's hard to get the money, or the money's coming in an unethical way, you're going to have to, the scales will flip and you will have to pay for this. It's not, whatever it is, it's running up a credit card or something like that maybe. It's like with the King of Swords here, if those patterns, like something doesn't shift there and you're just doing that, it's not the full recipe. The King of Swords comes in and the King of Swords says, get your thinking cap on as well. The King of Swords says, do the math, do the calculations, do your pro-con lists, balance things within your mind, as well as be aware of the truth that the universe is abundant, vast, the Empress energy. Earth is a fertile place, right? You can have inner harmony and outer harmony, the Two of Potions. Synergy is a real thing. Look it up. Because I feel like you're aligning with greater synergy, if I can word it that way. And the King of Swords here, or Needles, it's like with this message about body language, words are only words. Type is a bunch of characters, making up words, making up sentences. What is the body language saying? Tone, what is the tone conveying? There's this message about effective communication within the self and then with the external world that may improve your manifestations here with the Magician. Reverse. The Nine of Needles reverse. The Seven of Needles reverse. The King of Swords. Okay. Face your financial fears says, when you are honest with yourself about fears of success or failure, they can no longer control you. Be free of hidden fears by exposing them to the light of awareness, and you'll realize that you in fact have nothing to fear, and that every successful person has struggled with and released these self-doubts. Clearing Debts says, your self-care involves removing the heavy burden of financial and emotional debts from your life. You already feel lighter and freer just by facing this topic and making a plan to clear present obligations and avoid future ones as well. Let go of guilt. When you allow your light to shine brightly, you inspire others. Forgive yourself for what you think you've done or not done, and trust that God loves you unconditionally for who you are. Learn and grow from past mistakes instead of berating yourself for them. So the unicorn showing up, unicorn is a spirit guide. You have the 10 of Wands here. I get it. Some of you are going through something that feels very serious, very weighty. You've been through your challenges, whether current or past. Because the 8 of Wands is like, no more. One more piece of straw on that camel's back is gonna break. It can definitely be like pushing it to the limit here. But with the Empress, it might indicate, because this has to do with cycles, and it's like when you're birthing something into reality, a new life for yourself possibly, at times, or it's a business, it's a product, it's a project, it's whatever it is. Sometimes there's those labor pains, right? And yes, I said sometimes. I have heard women like tell me that it really wasn't that painful, natural birth, etc., etc. There are different factors. And the King of Swords here too says, you know what? Common folk won't believe this. They're not aware of this. They haven't educated themselves about this. They haven't dedicated their mind to it. They've let themselves have lazy minds. That's not my problem. That's not my fault. That's not my responsibility. That's not my problem. And I certainly don't have to sink to like be who they are, to blend in, to forget, or to stop educating myself. The King of Swords is kind of coming up to me with like this, if there's a will, there's a way. But I have to weigh things for myself. I have to calculate things. Is this really what I want? Is that what, like, is it going to be worth it energetically? Is it really what I want? Or is there something, maybe that the universe has planned for me that I would love, that I'm not aware of yet, that is what I really want? The 9 of Swords is reversed here, and the 7 of Needles is reversed here. And so I feel like this is dropping some baggage, some weight, freeing yourself from toxic things, possibly from things that you have had to deal with day in and day out. It's like reoccurring nightmare energy, or you had to keep going back to it, or it's things that were maybe very cutthroat, like type competition, or lying, cheating, stealing, manipulative energies, survival, gotta do what I gotta do type energy here. So it's either showing up as past energy, and it's like maybe it's still in the etheric body, maybe it's still affecting things today, but it's also like maybe debts, right? Fears, heavy emotions, that the recipe here coming out is talking about you clearing. It's like, get it off the counter, wipe the counter clear, this old stuff. We had pumpkin bread last time. Let's get the crumbs off, because we're making something different now. We're making pumpkin pie, and we don't want freaking banana in our pumpkin pie. So that's a way for me to describe it without being judgmental and going bad stuff here. This, reoccurring nightmare, burdensome, bad stuff, and like good stuff. It's just one is pumpkin bread, one is banana bread, one is pumpkin pie. They're two different things. And in the present, it's talking about you being able to ascend or to liberate yourself, free yourself from some of this stuff that you tried on, you didn't care for, you got your fill of. It's old news. The 10 here, it's the end of a cycle. The 10 of presents here, it's like focusing on what you do have in your life, the abundance you have, how many times you are successful. This could really be helpful too. This could be a good ingredient to have in your recipe. And then you can maybe see problems as being smaller than rather than big. So seeing big problem, need a big solution, going to be hard to remove, whatever. See it as smaller, change the perspective of it, and the solution. Sorry, I'm getting pulled into the Magician reverse energy a bit. Let's get you just like one or two more of the notes. If you do any sort of journaling, list making, things like this, like trust your feelings. If this makes you feel good, it's helping you, then the guides are really encouraging it. If you feel like it's become a chore, it's burdensome, it's working against you in some way, maybe you need to tweak something, bring something into better balance, put it aside for a period of time. Plan ahead, make lists, use paper, brainstorm as necessary. Great news is coming soon. Believe it. That is a message coming through with the magician energy, the witch energy. There's something tricking some of you that's been trickstery for you. Again, like we want to reframe it and look on the bright side. Everything's working for you. Then this has helped you sharpen your skills, sharpen your mind, become a better metaphorical chess player, the game of life, learn your lessons. But let's see, you have the skills you need. Yes, the skills you need. The potential is there for you to create, for you to perform alchemy. Basically, the magician here, for you to manifest things, for you to perform alchemy. You have the skills you need. Great news is coming soon. So I really feel like a lot of you, your journal could be a best friend right now. Okay. Because it's taking this non-physical energy and it's grounding it and it's making it into something physical. And when we're talking material, we're here on earth, so that's important. Sometimes it's part of the balance, and it can also be a step that helps align you with material blessings, including cash or resources, money. Just bring in the balance to help with the success. So I'm going to leave your reading here today, guys. If you enjoyed it, if it helped you, and you're so kind as to leave some feedback, then I want to give you a special thanks for doing that. There's a tip jar if you want to go that route. There's the ability to leave a comment if you have one, and you can always leave a thumbs up. That lets me know that you enjoyed the video, lets other people know, it makes it easier for them to find it as well. So many blessings to you guys. Good luck, and bye-bye.